I was 4 years old when I first started riding motorcycles.
Oh, I've rode motorcycles since I can remember.
We've been having some very exciting things happen here in the way of soul winning.
We started riding probably 6, 7 years old.
I got my first Harley when I was 15 years old, and that's all I've had since.
I know that he tried to get me to go out with him several times.
I think he was sweet on her.
11 years. I'd been chasing her that long before I actually caught her. 2 or 3 years ago, she really got into me about going, and I was in a motorcycle club, and I more or less couldn't make it.
I told him that he needed to get out of it and invited him to come to church several times. Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, we had to more or less carry guns. About everywhere you went, you had a gun, and you had to worry about people shooting at you or stuff. We was at war with other clubs. Well, I left the club and then started listening to her when she'd talk about God more and more, and eventually it really got to me and I wanted to come to church. And then when I come the first time, I felt right, and after that I just kept coming. And then I caught the pastor in the parking lot one day and started talking to him about Bible studies. And I think the first Bible study we ever done, I done made my mind up I wanted to be baptized after we was done.
I remember his hair, because up here there weren't many of those left in the church, that had longer hair.
I do remember him making comments about how nice everybody was to him, and he'd never been to a church where everybody was that nice.
This was something really new for him, the coming to church of any kind.
I mean, everybody's treated me like family since I've been here.
He made the decision himself.
He was ready and willing. And so as soon as we could, we got started with our Bible studies.
He could get in a Bible, open it up and show me the same thing that we was talking about and prove it to me. Instead of how preachers would just stand there and talk about it, he could open it up and show it to me and prove it to me. That made all the difference in the world.
We spend only a few minutes talking about what the person has done in the past, because Jesus gives us a new present and we don't have to worry about the past.
I was scared to death. The water was cold, but I'd done that and I felt so much better ever since. I don't know, it makes you feel better inside. I don't know how to explain it.
The best time comes when you can bury them beneath the waters of baptism.
You know how people get in bad times and they'll come up with things like, if you'll get me through this, Lord, I'll do this or that. Then you never keep your promises. I found out now to keep my promises. It's a lot better life. I'm a lot happier now than I was before. I think before what I was doing is really just looking for a family or friends or something. And I'd always been around bikes, so that was the only way I ever found one.